Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Olori Lara. It's been a long time here, you know. I have this problem of doing video these days. The problem is I don't even know how to explain it, you know. When you think you have stopped giving birth to children, and all of a sudden, one baby from Heavenly Kingdom just decided to be part of your family, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I have this little baby that once I come back from work in the evening, there's nothing you can do. She'll just be clinching to you any moment. From the moment you get back home, she's always like snail and its shell. And the problem is that she'll find it difficult sleeping on time. She doesn't sleep on time. She will sleep probably by 10:30, 11. And in the process of petting her to sleep, that's when you will sleep off. That has been my challenge all this while, that I've not been making content. But today, I'm just somewhere far away from home. That's why I just decided to do this video. So what am I talking about today? As we all know, we're just some days into the new year, into the year 2023. I want to ask a lot of us that how much have you been able to save for this year? How much do you have in your account, in your savings in the beginning of the year, and how much are you having now? Because the problem is that I still see a lot of women begging for Christmas rice, begging for people to give them money so that they can buy rice and cook for their children. I don't understand. I'm not trying to make boast of this that probably I have money or anything. I don't have money. I don't have anything. But the thing is that this thing is just a deliberate thing. You can just decide on your own that you are not going to do this thing, and you will find it easy. You will see that it will be easy doing things on your own without begging. Okay, last year around this time December last year, I make a video about how you can save money, either 100 naira every day, which I think it not be difficult for anyone, because I believe even a student in secondary school can conveniently save 100 naira every day from his or her pocket money, talk less of the parents that are giving this money. So it's something you can do. When you save 100 naira every day for a year, there's no how that you will not have something like 36,000 naira or 36,500 naira. And when you now make it 200 naira, it's just 36 naira, 36,500 times 2, which is about 72,000 or thereabout. So this is how it is done. So if this money is just something that you will buy Christmas clothes or cook for your children during the festive period, is enough. But the thing is that I still see a lot of women online begging. All I need is just 1,500. All I need is just 2,000. All I need is just money to buy food for my children to eat during the Christmas. We don't even need clothes. We don't need it's only food. See, this kind of thing is uncalled for. If you beg today and you are able to see someone to give you money, will you beg tomorrow? Will you beg next tomorrow? Will you turn yourself to a corporate beggar? It's not done. As a woman, no matter how bad the country is, we know that the country is just getting bad every day. And no matter how bad it is, I don't think it is that difficult that a woman will not be able to have 50,000, 100,000 in her savings. Just just consider on unforeseen circumstances, like a sick child, like something of emergency that just happened without being planned for. What will you do? What will you do at that moment? Will you continue to beg? So this year is almost going to an end now. We just have some days left and we'll be going into a new year. So let's assume that this year is over. But our lives are not over, because when there is life, there's definitely hope. So I'm talking again concerning the new year that is coming. Let's start new thing as we are going into the new year. Let's plan something that we want to do with our lives. If you are not working, look for business to do. Even if you are working, there are still some little side hustle that you can still join to your work. For someone to be rich these days, you have to have different streams of incomes. If you have like 4 5 things that you are doing, there's no how. If one is not working at a time, another one will definitely work. Okay, at the office, you can be selling recharge card, you can be doing recharge top up, you can be selling honey, you can be selling underwear to your colleagues, you can sell little things that will not affect your work. There's no how. If this one is not selling at the moment, another one will definitely sell. So this is how to do things, that even at times you might not even need to touch your salary. It might just be profit from all these small things that you are doing that you'll be spending. So your salary might be for cogent things like children's school fees and other things. We have some women that are so fortunate. They are so fortunate that probably their husband are taking care of all the responsibility at home. And we have some women that is 50-50. They contribute half while their husband contributes half. And we have some homes whereby it is even the women that are doing the majority of the things, carry the majority of responsibility at home. Is it this kind of women that want to be begging? How will a woman that have like 2 3 or even 4 children be begging for what the children will eat? This is just uncalled for. I want to encourage all women, as we are entering into the new year, try and do something. Even if you don't have a shop, look for something you can put in front of your house. Start by selling to your neighbors alone. I've said it, even if it's a bag of garri you can sell. If you are selling your compound, the people in your compound will not go out to buy garri again. They'll be buying from you, and from there you can think of other things to add to that garri. You can sell drinks. Look for a cooler, put it outside, put a bottle of drink on top of it. People will know that you are selling drinks. Some people, they have freezers in their flat, in their kitchen. Even if you are staying in a single room, we have some people with deep freezer. What are you using it for? You can do ice block and sell to people. Once you know that you sell, they will be coming. You can put drinks and be selling. People will be buying. Your neighbors will be buying. People from neighborhood will be buying from you. There are actually a lot of things you can sell, and you'll be generating money. Look around you. If you are the one that you know how to cook very well, why don't you turn it to business? Cook food, start small. If it's one derica that you can cook, just cook it, see how it goes. Thereafter, you can think of increasing the quantity of what to cook. A lot of things like that. Once you just look at your environment, you will see the kind of things that people are always requesting for. You will see many things that people are always looking at. In fact, like this area that I came, I only came here to pay a visit. And even when I came, I was like, I want amala, and I was told that in this area there's nobody that even sell amala. Look at it. If you live in that kind of environment, look at something that is not common. Something that is not common. Make it something that you can do, and before you know it, it can turn to a fortune for you. You can even be someone that will start employing people, because at times you see that it has gotten to a stage that you can no longer handle the business alone. So we have a lot of that. We have a lot of graduates. We have a lot of graduates roaming about the streets because they have not been able to get white collar job. Look for something small that you can do. You will not do it forever. I mean it, you will not do it forever. It's just a matter of time. It's just for you to gather some money. It's just for you to gather some money, and before you know it, after you have gathered some money, you can now decide on the kind of business that you want to do. If I tell you my life story, it's not that I have a one palatable story like that to tell. I was born when I was born, my father has already built a house. I was not born in a rented apartment. But yet, I started business as early as possible. As I was secondary school, I was selling. It's not as if maybe we lack. Even in higher institution, I did not lack anything. But I don't even know. But I have that spirit of entrepreneurship. I always look for something to sell. I always find it difficult calling. And even while I was in school, there's nothing like phone call. Oh. There's nothing like phone call. There's nothing like phone. There's no phone. If you collect your school fee, your allowance, your transport and everything, it's after the semester or probably when somebody going home that you send somebody home. Without that, you just have to manage yourself. So even the pocket money that I'll be giving, I'll use it to buy something that I can sell in school. I'll be selling. I'll make sure that I still retain that money till the end of the semester. So this is how to do things. This is how to do this. And even after I finish school, I still continue with my business. Even while I was serving, I was still teaching my co-coppers. I was teaching my co-coppers how to make beads. If I tell you, I've trained more than 200 people in bead making. Even after I taught my co-colleagues during NYSC, I served at Oji River in Enugu State. I taught a lot of people. Even after my 1 year service, I was still going back to orientation camp to teach people, and I was making money. So it's not because maybe it's not until your parents, it's not even until your husband have. Nobody knows tomorrow. Anything can happen. Nobody prays for bad thing. But when something bad will happen, it will never tell you. You are not doing anything. You are relying on husband. Anything can happen. Even if your husband did not die, it can change at any time. We have a lot of husband that has run away from home, ran with another woman. A lot of things happening. A woman, you should be a woman with your own money. You should have your own money. You should not depend on anybody. You should not depend on friends and family. In this new year that we're entering into, I want to encourage as many as possible. Look for something to do. With 5,000 naira, you can start something. You can start something, and before you know it, that little that you have started with, it will turn to something big for you. Let me tell you a story. My younger sister got married then in those years, and the husband got job in Delta State, and they moved to Delta State, and she was not doing anything. So she later gave birth to a child, and during the baby dedication, all the money that people gave them during the naming was like 10,000 naira. And she said from that 10,000 naira that she bought recharge card, because she discovered that people are always looking for recharge card in their environment. So she bought recharge card, and she was selling the recharge card. Okay, from March that she gave birth to that baby, and she gathered that 10,000, she sold the card from that March till December. Even when she bought the recharge card by herself, she will make sure that she have money before she bought the recharge card. That is what they call deliberate. You will just be deliberate about it. You will not spend the money anyhow. When she want to buy recharge, she have to add her own money. When her husband want to buy recharge card, her husband will pay her. So she sold the recharge card since that March till December, and by December she was having 100,000 naira from that 10,000. And that's the 100,000 that she used to start her business, and she was selling all kind of daily needs, ranging from toothpaste, biscuits, snacks, Maggi, salt, and all those kind of things. And she, inside her house there, she was selling all these kind of things, to the extent that she said even till 11 o'clock people will still be coming to buy things. So it's a thing that you have to be deliberate yourself. You have to think of what you want to do with your life. Even if you are not thinking about your life, why don't you think about your children? Why don't you think of giving your children good life, better life? We don't have much, but yet we can be deliberate. We can be conscious of things that we want in our lives. We can't just sit down and be looking at everything will just come by themselves. They don't come. You just have to force yourself. Good things are not easily come by. You have to work for them, and with your own sincerity and prayers and everything that you have put into it, you just that everything will come up. Everything will be okay for you. We have a lot of women that have struggled. Some are selling pomo. A lot of things you can do. Even online, a lot of business you can do. You can do drop shipping. You don't even have money. You don't need money to do this. Just contact people that are selling things. Tell them that you want to drop ship for them. Advertise their products. And before you know it, you start making your own gain. You can create book. If you know how to write books. Produce them on Amazon, and before you know it, you'll be getting money. A lot of businesses you can do online. Just Google search. If you don't know, tell people, ask people that know about it, they will put you through, and before you know it, you'll start making money. Be a woman of your own money. Stop begging. It's not even about begging. How long, even if you are begging, how much do you intend getting from the begging? How much do you intend? The person that give you money today will not give you tomorrow. And before you know it, everybody will know you as a corporate beggar. Stop begging. Do something, no matter how small. Just try and do something. If it's pure water you want to sell, just believe in yourself that it's not going to be permanent. It's not going to. If it's fufu, start with 1 dozen of fufu, put it in front of your house. Before you know it, that 1 dozen will turn to 2 dozen, will turn to 3 dozen. Before you know it, people that are selling fufu will come and be getting fufu from you. And before you know it, as soon as you are able to gather a lot of money that you know, okay, this is not the business I want to do, I just do this one to gather money, then you can now decide of the business that you want to do. I don't want to talk much. It's been a long on this channel. I just like to drop this one, and I hope 1 or 2 people will gain from this little one that I've said. Here I start today. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give a like, share, give a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Till we'll see you again. Bye, and God bless you.